He's got a new idea every day. He's Mr. Idea.
Hey, how you doing? You know, I went to the movies the other night with my buddy, right?
Oh, nice.
I went in, I got my popcorn and I got a drink. But my buddy, he was really hungry. And so he got hot dogs and he got these chicken things and he got all of this stuff and popcorn and he had this great big tray. And we went in and we're like, excuse me. And he's just spilling stuff and we're kind of bumping into each other because we weren't quite right when we went at the beginning.
Spilling the melted nacho cheese.
And it's sticky and it sticks and it's burning.
Excuse me, quick.
People now are hungry and they go to the movies after work maybe and they're hungry. And they sell everything at these places now. But they haven't changed the theater. It's still the same movie theater with those cramped little seats and everything and you're spilling stuff on people, right? All I got is my popcorn and my drink. And I'm sitting on my melted chocolate bar. And I thought, how could I make this movie experience a little bit better? Like a lot better. What can we do so you can have all of this stuff, right? And I got this great idea. Buffet movie. It's a movie theater and it has this big buffet set up at the front. The aisles are wider. No, you set it up on the side. Yeah, you don't want it in front of the screen. You can't see anybody's head bopping around while they're all standing in line, right? They have a little, before the movie starts, the lights are on, you go, you fill up your plate, you go, you get your seat and you sit down. But if you want to refill during when the movie's on and it's all dark, they have these special glasses you put on, you can see at night. They're night vision glasses. So you walk around, you can see all these other people walking around with these goggles on and the movie's playing and you can see all the food because they don't have lights because the food's hot. So you've got this hot food, you're picking it all up and it doesn't look quite right because you have these goggles on, right? Everything's green. It looks all the same, but they have big signs telling you what things are, right? If you see something moving, you don't take it out of that bucket. Yeah, it's preview. Yeah, they have like the salad bar all set up. And then they run the cartoon, and then that's when they...
Yeah, and then you have to go back to 1950 when they ran cartoons.
Yeah, right. And a newsreel. They had to reconstruct the whole theater, the aisles, everything. And when you walk in, you sit down, a little tray folds down out of the guy's seat in front of you, and like on an airplane. And then you just set your tray there, and you can start eating, right? And you're watching the movie, and then if you're hungry, you just get up, put your goggles on, and they're 3D goggles too. So everything looks kind of 3D. So it's dark and you've got these 3D goggles on. The movie's 3D. Everything's 3D. You're trying to eat. The fork is like, whoa! Oh! This is a real experience, right? Wolfing it all in. You want this food? You don't care about the movie anymore. Everybody's outside tuning up for the show.
Because they know there's a buffet in there.
And they got the munchies. First of all, the first few theaters went broke because people cleaned it right out. You know what? We have to kind of like not pretend anymore that this stuff isn't happening when we're buzzed. We have to kind of like not pretend anymore that this stuff isn't happening when we're buzzed. When we're buzzed. We're buzzed. People cleaned it right out.
So they up the price.
You got mashed potatoes and gravy and you're spilling it all over your shirt and maybe it's your suit and you got it on your tie and everything. And I got this great idea. Bibs, movie bibs. You put them on and it could have the name of the movie on it. Oh, Mr. Idea movie bibs. It's like when you go to get a haircut. Ties around your neck. It's a suit. It's a movie suit. Buffet movie suit. Everybody's wearing them. And they got their goggles on and Mr. Idea bibs with my face on it and it glows in the dark too. 3D and it's 3D. So I like, and everybody that's walking around the room, as you can see my face kind of floating around. And if you don't like the movie, you can just start throwing your at the screen. And it's like a buffet movie with food fights. Buffet movie fights. Yeah. Let's get out of the fights. Could you imagine what that would look like if you were standing like where the screen is on the stage, looking back at the movie theater with all these people walking around, glow in the dark 3D things, bumping into each other, spilling food and throwing food and bumping into each other and fighting. The fire department, the cops, they got everybody raiding the place. That would be more entertaining than the movie. No, people, you film the whole thing. People think they're watching a movie, but they're actually being filmed. And the people in the next theater are watching them.
$35 to go.
It didn't cost $35 to get a bunch of shitty food and throw it all over you. Everybody wins! Food, movie, action, fighting, weird costumes, buffet movies. People might go there.
Mr. Idea.